Hey everybody, welcome to all new video. We're Matt. Today I'm going to show you guys how fitting savers work, guys. We sometimes call these socket savers, we call them fitting savers, but the basic point of this tool right here, guys, is say you have a situation like this, right? Say that this is a pipe in a wall going through some concrete or something like that real deep, right? Say that's in the wall and that's sticking out, and that happened right there. Somebody accidentally cut the pipe right here, guys. Instead of having to jackcrete all that stuff up, guys, what you'll be able to do is take a fitting saver, right, and save this by chewing out just the pipe right here and not hurting the fitting that much, guys, and that will allow you to re-glue a piece of pipe in there to fix it with, guys. So there are different sizes I'm going to go over right here, guys. You got your basic 1.5 inch right here, guys. Use these quite often because it's usually the sinks that get ripped out of the walls and stuff like that right there. Got a 2-inch bit right here, guys. Right here is a 3-inch. Now they do make upwards of like 6-inch, I believe. I've seen the 6-inch one before, and I have seen the 4-inch, right? But I don't have the 4 or the 6. I just don't come across them nearly enough to use them like that. Now everybody knows the old little trick where you could like take a little saw blade and cut you out some pieces and use a hammer, and there's people out there that like to heat it up and bend it out. I don't like taking that risk, guys. I like using a tool that was designed to do that. So I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of examples. We're going to drill out this part of this fitting right there, as you can see. Then I got this 2-inch one that we can use right here for an example. Like say that this right here is underneath of a house in a tight space, right, and you can't get to the other side of that. Say it's going through like block or something just like that, guys, and you need to get this piece off because there's a big crack on one side or there's a big hole split right here, guys. I'm going to show you how to use a sawzall, cut it close to the edge, and we'll use a socket saver to save that. So let's go ahead and get started. All we're going to need is the socket savers, of course, and a little handy drill right here, guys. So let's go ahead. Let's start with this 1.5 inch piece right here. Now for this video, guys, it is so much easier when your pipe is very sturdy and stiff, like in say coming out of concrete or going through a wall or something like that. It's much easier to do because the fitting stays real stiff right here. I was going to go in my shop, but it is 97 today, guys, so I don't even feel like doing that. So just want to get it lined up, right? You don't want to go on super fast either. I like to go mine slow first, right, because it can start to melt the plastic if it gets too hot, right? So I just want to start nice and slow right there. Get it lined up in there, get it going, and keep it nice and straight, and it will eventually catch and start boring itself right there. So there it goes right there. I'm going to stick the end of this pipe right here to kind of keep my hand away from that, guys, because I don't want that to go smacking me in the hand or anything, just to keep it kind of tight for you guys out there. So here we go. We're going to drill that down. Like I said, I'm going on the slow speed. So just to show you guys what's going on is the little cutters right here are digging into the inside of the pipe and turning it to these little shreds right here, guys. So let's keep going on slow. All right, I want to keep it nice and straight. Now you can go too deep also, guys. You don't want to go too deep on these right here. You just want to get it down to almost barely at the level right there, guys. So let's keep going. Alright, so before we got it all the way done, guys, I just wanted to let you see what's going on inside of there with that bit. Like I said, it is eating away at the pipe. Like, that's not even really the pipe, that's just like the glue right here, guys, from when we glued it. See, this comes right on out right there, right on out of there, and you can see the pipe still inside, right? But now it's allowed there not to be any pipe right here, and you just want to clean that stuff up as you go because it will clog up. your little bit right here, guys. So go ahead and get that out and just be careful because it will be hot. All right, so we're going to keep going now and get it ready to glue a piece of pipe into, guys. All right, guys, we got it all the way through. Let me give a close-up of that inside right there. As you can see, didn't even go past the rim right there. That's like the little bump guard that tells your pipe, you know, like when to stop. That's pretty much what this outside diameter right there is, guys. So now we can glue our little piece of pipe. Like say that's coming through some concrete right there. Now we can get our pipe glued on there just like this. I always want to use that primer, guys. Now some states, like my state that I live in, requires this kind right here for the inspector. All right, this right here is purple primer, and we also have clear primer here. Now we use that in case we got to go inside for like the trim outs and stuff, because you never want to bring purple primer into a finished building, guys, because that stuff can stain a lot. So I just want to prime it into my pipe right there, throw a little bit of primer right there inside that fitting, get it all the way around so it activates it. What primer is basically going to do is it's going to cause it to start to kind of like bond and melt together. All right, so now that we've got that primed and this primed, we'll go ahead and throw a little bit of OD clear extra strength glue that I like to use right here. Here we go. And look at that, guys. Get that pushed inside there just like that. I like to twist mine together just like that. Look down it, make sure you're in good. Alright, and just kind of hold it in place, let that bond a little bit, and that right there will be fixed right there, guys. So now let's see what we can do with this 2-inch right here, guys. So while that's drying, I'm just gonna stick that over to the side right there. What we need to do, guys, is say this right here is coming out of block or something, like I said, and you got a hairline crack. Like, you got to replace this whole thing. Like, that's the whole point. So hub saver, you know, you got to get to this hub to replace pipe in there, right? So my best advice to you guys is to like go ahead and take a Sawzall, right? Best thing you need to do, take a Sawzall, get it right there on that blade lined up at that fitting, just like that. You want to get it as close as possible. It just makes it a lot easier to use the fitting saver. And then you just want to go ahead and cut that off. All right, so now that right there is out of your way. Now you can go ahead and use your 2-inch fitting saver inside of there. Remember, you use that low speed. If you go too hot, like fast speed, guys, it's going to really get it hot and kind of melty like, and you don't really want that. It's going to make it hard to work with. It can even make your fitting right here warp when you go to touch it because it gets so warm. So always just go on that low setting. So let's go ahead and bore out this right here and save this fitting. Alright guys, so same thing as before, just taking a little stop to see how far down we need to go now. As you can see right there, it is eating the pipe right there and not really hurting the hub right here, guys. So we need to go down just a hair more to get this out, and then of course we'll go back and clean it out and get all these like burrs off of there. So let's go ahead and finish drilling this out, and always take a little break in between to clean out your blade. It'll make it go a lot smoother if you get those little pieces cleaned out of there. All right, so let's keep going. Just a hair more to go. Alright, I'm comfortable with that, guys. Like I said, you don't want to eat all the way through, because sometimes the pipe will be really loose when you're trying to set it. So now I'm just going to get all this little funky edge stuff. As you can see, it eats right through it. Like that edge looks like it'd be hard to get off, but it ain't. I just flipped it off just like that, and look at that, just peels right out of there, guys. So let's go ahead, get our pipe glued in after we clean this up right here. Alright, we're in. Now we just hold that tight, let that dry real quick. Guys, so there you go. There's the example with the 1.5 inch, and there was an example right there with the 2 inch. They are nice and snug. They're not going nowhere. They work great, guys. So yeah, these little bits, these little tools we used right here from all different sizes are great to use if you need to save a hub on a pipe or in a tight situation. Say that it's Friday, you ran out of 90s, you need one more 90 and you only got one left on your truck, or your helper messed up and had to cut something out like this right here, guys. Now you know you can just go and take a Sawzall, bam, bam if you need to, and then go ahead and use the fitting savers, guys. So that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see y'all in the next video. Have a wonderful week ahead. Peace.